So next we'll see about service in Angular. For last classes we saw about click event and also mouse event. So this service in Angular is actually a medium to bring the data to the component. What it will do is, if you want to make some changes, suppose if we want to make some changes to the data, or if we want to share the data between the components, suppose sometimes you need to share the data between the several components at same time. Okay? So actually here, what we can do is we are going to call the component, and we are going to put the component of this. We are going to put the data in the service, and we are going to call it in the components. Okay. So this just a service is just like a reusable JavaScript code which will share the data between the several components, JavaScript code or TS code. Okay. So in Angular, a service is a class that provides the functionality to be shared across the multiple components. So we can able to share the data between multiple components with the services. And also services are fundamental block of, part of Angular applications. They are, if in every Angular application, services plays a major role. What they will do is they will do the API call, or they will grab the text file, or they will grab the JSON file, and they will share those information to the different components across the application. Okay, as they help to keep code modular and also reusable and maintainable. They also make like, so because of this, sharing nature, so what will happen is the reusability of code will be reduced. Then we don't need to reuse the code again and again. So we need to, suppose if you want to do an API call in one service, you can do, and you can reuse in the different components. Okay, that is a general real-time scenario. So where we are using the services. So you no need to go and if you have 10 components, you no need to make 10 API calls or 10 API calls in those components. You can take one service and put the API call, get the data and share between the components. That is more simpler, and also reusability of code also will be reduced because of the because of the services. So next is like, to create the services in Angular, you can use at injectable decorator. Through the at injectable decorator, we are going to create the services. So here is just like a simple snippet of the how the general service look like. So here what I am having is actually export class my service. Here I am having one function do something, and I am having some data here. So at injectable, if I give, so this is like provided. So once you create your the service, that will be declared inside the ng modules. That will be declared inside the ng modules provider. So I will show you there. So in this example, we are calling the service my service single method called do something. With the do something method, we are going to call the service here, and also the at injectable decorator is used to mark my service as injectable. So it will make this whatever the service you have created with this at injectable. What it will do, it will make the service to be injected towards the components. Okay, so the at injectable decorator is used to mark my service as injectable, and also whatever the provided in is like root property indicates that an instance of the my services will be provided at the root level of the application. So this will be provided at the root. So this will be provided at the root level of the application, means it is accessible to the entire application. What is that meaning is, it is going to be acceptable, or so anyone can able to read it. the entire by other components, all other components can able to read it. So because of this provided in root property. Okay, so where it is there here. So next point is to use this service. Okay, to use this service in a component, we inject it into into the constructor of the component. So where we will do the injection is at the constructor level. We are going to inject it. We are going to actually inject it. So here is an example of code snippet of using my service in the component, just like whatever. So here if you see, so there actually I have. Let me go for slideshow. So here if you see, so I am having here. So so can you able to see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay. So here I am having at component, and whatever the service you created, my service, we have to get it by import. My service is your class name. From this dot, my service is the path where it is located. Okay. So this is so, and whatever the service you have here, that service you are going to inject it at the. This is from the service we are going to inject into the component. So this at component selector template is you are aware. So this actually constructor here we have to give a private. Private means it is within the same block of the code. Means within this class component we can able to use this service. That is the meaning of the private. Private scope will be always within the scope of this service will be within the same class, not we cannot share with the other other places of the component. Okay. So here I am having here actually constructor private my service. This is my variable colon my service. This is the class where I have actually imported. Okay. And also I'm giving here on click this dot my service dot do something. So this dot my service mentions this my service file. Okay, in this my service file, I just told like earlier, do something function. That do something function is actually I am going to call. Okay, so you see like the previous one here I am having. So here in this my service class, I am having here do something. Yeah. So this is the function. So I am going to call this function from the component here. Like this dot my service dot do something. This is the place where I am going to call actually. So once the cursor is actually clicking on top of this on click event, then this dot my service dot do something will happen, and it will go and display the console.log message. Okay, so that is how it will. It will be triggered. So yeah. So this is how we can able to inject it.
So this is all for console.log. How will check? That is the thing, sir.
Yeah, that we are going to actually, whatever the service is there here, what is important is, so this do something is like some data, okay, some data, but the component doesn't know what is there in this data. Okay, we are going to call this function from the component, and we are going to get the information. This dot this dot do something. So this will get the information of the particular service function. Okay. Yeah. So you are communicating between the service and also component. Okay. So actually in this example, we have a component called my component, and that have a dependency on my service. So the private to my service, that is like, so the private my service. So it is actually we are going to injecting at the constructor level that my component requires a instance of my service. So in the click method of the my component, we call the do something method. So in the actually click method of the, so we are calling do something method of my service using this dot my service property. This means that I mean current class, there we are having
Current
the
class.
my service. In that my service we are having function that is actually this do something. Okay. So when the my component is instantiated, Angular automatically recreates an instance of the my service and provides it to the my component through constructor parameter. So whenever this component is initially loaded, it will go and communicate with the service and it will bring the scope of it. I mean to the component. So then what will happen? We can able to call the whatever the function is there inside the service. We can able to call them. So we can then I mean use this instance of the my service to perform any necessary actions. Okay, that's how it is. So and also like dependency independence. So this is how we just yeah will you do the communication. So let us do the same thing. So I will go to the okay. So here I think I already created. So let
Yeah,
me
nice.
show you. Yeah, let me show you here. So here, okay. So we have service component. So in the service component, actually, I'm having this do something. Okay. So how to create the service? Ng generate service name. Okay. So
Service.
yeah. Suppose if you want to create some more, so you have to go clearly mention. You have to check like you are there at the root, and also you can able to see the package.json once you give the ls. So then
Mhm.
you want to create a service ng generate
NG service.
ng generate service and also service name. So for example, my I can go for some kind of places
Okay.
service. Okay, places I am going to take. Okay, so something like this I am taking.
Space it will accept. Okay, only places you create.
Yeah. So now if you see, there is an in the app, under the app, again I am having. So let me refresh. Okay. So to the service info, and here there is a places service is there. Okay. So where I have here I have given actually the service. Okay. So whatever the service is, the places service is my one more service. In my service, I have done the some function and I have given some kind of route like this. So even in the here also provided in that will give the scope of this service to can be injected to the entire application. So here in the places also I can create one more one more just like this. For example, I am having here okay some kind of places data. Okay, so here I am having some information. So let us think I am having Bangalore, Chennai, Roman, Hyderabad. So like this, all the three informations I have. So
Mm.
these places, whatever the service is there. So I created one more component here for creating the component. What is the ng generate component name. So I created my service component. Okay, so here I am giving
Okay.
in this service component. I'm having here the import my services, and that in that I am having this service. So okay, so and also here and also I am in this constructor. Actually, I am having private my service. My service. This is my class name. So that is my service name. Okay, that is there here. Okay, that is my service name. And so in this service name again, actually I want to do this one on click of this button. So whatever in the HTML I have written a button and a click on click event. So on click of this, it should go and trigger the this function on click function. That is this one. This dot my service. That is my service, and also do something. So it will go and trigger this particular you know service here, and it will display like my service is called, right? So it will go here npm start if I see. So here everything I have mentioned. At injectable I have mentioned, constructor is there, and provided in is root, and also in the service I have imported the service exact path of it, and also I'm having here constructor. So with the private I am actually declaring the, I'm getting the service here. So whatever the service is there, that will be assigned to this my service variable. So here in this my service variable, I am having the service functions, that is do something. So I am calling that. So obviously it will go ahead and call the do something, and it will display the console.log message. So let me show you here. Actually came here. So let me show you the inspect. In the inspect, for now I am not having anything. So once I click on top of it, that my service do something is called. That is this.
Okay.
That is actually the service, whatever the service I have, my service, and do something called. So like this, we can call the places also. So places service, whatever is there, just copy it and go to this place and take this one, save it. Okay, so but here we want to import. Okay, so just import and go from the places service and also from. So we have to give the correct way actually. Places service dot which is a places service place where it is there. Okay, so this now the places service is assigned to the my service, but here this do something won't be there. Whatever they here the function that can be called, that is places data, right? So even if you know service, if you give dot itself, it will give you the whatever the places data or whatever the functionality there are. So like that you can so go to this, and already it is refreshed. So click here, then you will get Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. So like this, you can use one service in the component.
Okay.
So even you can go for the same place and take one more terminal, let it run in this here. So take one more terminal. You go ng generate last component places data to something like this and creating. This one more component I am creating. So,
Okay.
uh,
Because
I have to go to the exact place, that is app service info. So there I have to do this command. So generate a component. So now if you see one more component is also actually created here. So for this component also, what I will do is I will create the same kind of scenario, whatever HTML, whatever is there. For the same thing, what I will do, I will take this button and I will put the same thing here. Okay, so this is one more component. So even this selector, whatever this app component service is there now, that one, okay, there in the module.ts, the HTML. Okay, now here also you can mention your own app places. So go to the app component here and your whatever places. So two components, one after the other you are giving. Even now, if you go and check the, it is like declared but not having the function. That is the error. Okay. So we have to write the function here. So let us write the on click function. So whatever the places I created, okay, that I am first importing. So after importing in the constructor, what I want to do, I want to bring that particular service. Okay. So I am going to bring that service now here. Okay. So that is this base component here. Okay. So now the my service now again I am having here. So next again I will go for the service. Here I am having on click event. So the same on click event I am going to call here also. So if you see only the service is only one, that is places, but it is actually there everywhere. Means it is there shared between the two different components. Okay. So even I will show you here places.html. This is like click me to. Let me show this again. This is the first component, this second component. Okay. So let me go to the app.component.html. So let me select this one here. Okay, so you see now that both are belong to the different one. So this click me is from component one, this click me is from component two. Okay, though I click the both, they will have the same behavior. Okay, but whatever this data is coming from the one single service and it is shared between the two components, two different components. Okay. So that's how we can do the sharing between the components with the service. With the service, we can able to share the data between the components. Also,
Okay.
and also the thing is now
Actually, your voice became low.
yeah, nothing. Now it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. After this, we'll go further. dependency injection. Okay, this is also a similar kind of topic, dependency injection. So dependency injection in Angular is like a fundamental concept of it is a fundamental concept of Angular that allows you to declare a dependency for a class or component and have those dependencies automatically instantiated and provided to the class or component by Angular framework. So we are going to declare some dependencies for a class or the component, and we are going to load them while the component is getting loaded. Okay. So in Angular, next point is in Angular, dependency injection is achieved through the use of at injectable. So whatever we saw in the service, the same thing, like with at injectable decorator, we can able to achieve this one. So what is the thing is, if you have some component with you, and that particular component is like a dependent to load. For example, you have one table data, but that table data is there in some service. Okay, but the structure of the table is there in the component. Okay, so to load the data and inside the component, what is the dependency you have? That is like the service. Okay, so that service you are going to call and get the data and injecting into the particular table. Okay. So this I just told you in a brief manner. So once I am showing you in it, I can also the same thing, whatever the service we did, the same that is also same similar concept. Okay. And also here the at injectable decorator is used to mark a class as injectable. So it will mention that the particular class is actually an injectable class. So and also so this the injector class is used to create and also the injector class is used to create instances of classes and that have dependencies. Whatever dependencies are there, that will be actually, I mean, they will get instantiated. Means they will be actually available for the particular component. Okay. So yeah, here also same whatever I have showed you earlier at injectable and at injectable I am getting from Angular core and provided in same thing and also constructor and also I am having one function the same function actually I am going to get here and also I am going to call the particular component I mean particular service with the private and I am going to call the particular service function from the component. This is similar concept only. Why I told this one, the service and dependency injection, both are, I mean, same. Okay. So why initially I came to the service. So just like I told the whatever, almost I told whatever I can tell you because then both are same, I mean, similar actually, dependency injection and services. Dependency injection is a communication between the service and also the component. So at what case we can able to create a service and what are the advantages of the service that I have actually mentioned here. Okay. And yeah. And also here, so in this example, the same thing, whatever the explanation I did with the previous example, the same thing is there with this PPT also. Okay. The same explanation is there here. Yeah.
Okay.
This is how you can, take a service and you can use that. You can share the data between the components, and they will be taking your data, and also you can communicate between the component and different components and one service. Okay, that's how you can reduce the code. Okay, you can reduce the code. Otherwise, in this case, if there is no service, what will you do? If there is no service, what you will do is you will go for the each component and you will create their one function, and you will call there. One more, suppose like this is like a small function. So in the service, this is a small function, but in real time there will be big functions. So those functions we cannot call all the time. Suppose 100 lines, 200 lines of code is there. So it is not a good way of coding to even to repeat a particular code again and again inside an application. So for that reason, what we will do, we'll put that in the service and we will call them. Okay. So any other question I have, means I will stop this here. So you can practice this to these programs. One is like this depend services, and subjecting the services into the components. Okay. This is one of the important topics. So looks like but looks like if it is looking hard, you can go through the video.
Okay.
Starting the recording.